Here you go, Jovan Barcoma. Here's your shout out. And in the meanwhile, this is a voice check. Let me know if you guys can hear me. A-okay. We'll be starting very, very soon. How's it going, Riaz? How's it going, Sam? How's it going, Arjun? How's it going, IJ? We have Andrew in here and Cheryl as well. Love the regulars showing up early. Loving it. All right, let's get the show started. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove for your daily live stream. In today's live stream, we have a lot of exciting things that are going on. Bitcoin is grinding, the altcoins are pumping, Ethereum going for it, almost at $4,500. Cardano eyeing that $2 mark, smacking up against some key resistance on the USD as well as on the Bitcoin pairing. So we will be starting on Cardano today. I am really excited for Cardano, because if we see that cascading movement, that momentum on Cardano, it's going to be as big of a trade as we got on Ethereum. Remember, guys, we were excited about Ethereum when nobody else was, right? When everyone was bored of Ethereum and everyone was chasing altcoin pumps on other assets, we were patient, we were waiting, and we got that big move. And now it looks like we are about to get that big move on Cardano as well. Cardano is looking freaking hot. But people are sleeping on it. So we will be focusing on Cardano today. But before we start, let's go ahead and take a look at the live chat. And do let me know if the audio is all a-okay, because I tend to mess that up. Let's see, who do we have here? Krisha's here. How's it going, Krisha? My cutie, my sweetie. How are you? How are you? She says, hey, IJ, how's it going? IJ's in here too. Siddhartha's in here too. AJ's in here too. We got so many seedlings in here. Peter Dornick says, vet. This is vet, you know, like he'll come in here, type just an altcoin, and Sean will stop everything he's doing and say, ooh, whoa, this Peter dude wants a vet, so we will go ahead and do vet. No, it doesn't work that way, buddy. Chat with the community, get to know the community, and you will get your altcoins analyzed. Julian, how's it going, Julian? Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see. I love it when Julian's in here, man. I don't know why. Julian, I'm gonna put it out there. You give me a feel-good effect, you know, when you're in here. So thank you for showing up, Julian. Ennis, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Garima, how are you? How are you? How are you? Andrew was in here. Andrew was the first one in here, by the way. Andrew beat all of you in here today. Good to see you, Andrew. AJ Smalls with the Dogecoin emoji. Or is that a Dogecoin? No, this is a cute puppy. Just a cute puppy. Andrew says, come on everyone, smash that like button. Exactly, smash the like button and slam the subscribe button and hit the bell icon too, the notification thingy, because apparently a lot of you guys have not been receiving the notification for the live stream. I'm not sure whether the bell notification icon is going to fix anything, because YouTube is just out to get the crypto people. What you guys could do is join the Discord, right? The Discord's completely free, completely open to enter. It's at themangoway.com/discord, and we don't always keep it open. One of the reasons we did keep it open for this bull market is because you guys owe Ollie a huge thank you for that, because I was really hell-bent on keeping it private, keeping the Mango Grove private for the bull market, kind of like what we did for the previous bull market, right? The bull run at the very least, and then we turn it open again during the bear market, because we kind of get the wrong people in the community during the bull markets. But for now it's open, so go ahead and take advantage of that. So Mayank saying, do you guys have any social media group where, yeah, exactly, right, we do have Discord that you can go ahead and join, Mayank. Themangoway.com/discord is how you can enter. Who else is in here? Scrolling up. Robert, how's it going, buddy? Robert James showed up today. He says, hey man, what's up? Sean and all of Mango. Robert, do you have any coins that you want to take a look at today? Let me know in the live chat. I'll go ahead and take a quick look. Who else? Old man, how's it going, old man? Our newest seedling. Loving this guy. He's been PMing me with his feedback on how much he's enjoying the program. It's just been making my mornings. It's just really, I'm gonna go ahead and read out a couple, just because I did send them to Kusha too, because I don't know, it just feels good, man. Where are you, old man? Oh, he sent me some more PMs. Oh yeah, you sent me a couple more PMs. I freaking love cheese spread, he says. He's referring to the cheese spread reference, where in one of the modules, in one of the sections within the modules, we were explaining bid-ask spreads, and yeah, the cheese spread reference. Okay, this is what he said, and this is what made me feel really nice. This was yesterday. He's like, I've almost never been excited about studying. Today I woke up excited to get back into the course. I'm learning so much already, Sean. It's freaking awesome. And dude, you have no idea how much that meant to me, because I hated going to class. Even though I did really well in school, I was the kind of student that teachers would always like face palm, because I'd never ever show up to class. I hated showing up to class because they didn't know how to teach, right? You cannot, by the way, I might just speaking this entire time without you guys seeing my chart. I just realized you guys haven't been seeing anything. Damn it. Oopsies. Okay. I goofed up there, guys. This entire time, you guys are stuck. We are stuck on the stream starting. Jesus Christ, I've been like going through charts while talking, but wow, that was a big goof up. Holy crap, man, holy crap. You guys gotta tell me. No, but I want to talk on this a little bit. I had a huge problem with the academic system, because teachers aren't really incentivized to be good teachers. They're just incentivized to come into the classroom and just what do not all of them, there's some gems, and I've had some teachers who have really inspired me, but at least 90% of them are just really horrible at what they do, really horrible. And I would be sitting there, especially during university, when you have the option to just walk out, right? You have the option to walk out of the class, and I'd be sitting there thinking, what am I here for? Okay, and some of these guys would enforce attendance when they were horrible teachers, and you'd find that only the horrible teachers enforce attendance, because they're like forcing you to show up because they know they're bad teachers. If the teacher was good, people would show up automatically, right? So I just had a really big problem with that, and I would never show up. And one of my profs said, and this was in artificial intelligence course, and I took 3 courses with him, right? Throughout university, I've taken 3 classes. He was a genius, but he couldn't teach. Okay, he just couldn't teach. He couldn't speak properly because he was muttering to himself. He was a really smart guy, but he couldn't teach. And in the 3rd year, the final, not the 3rd year, the final course. So I started taking courses with him 2nd year, 3rd year, and 4th year, right? In the final course before I went into my master's, in the final exam, I sat till the very end, right? The very end, even though most people finished their exam like 45 minutes in, I sat till like the 1.5 hour mark. I took the entire duration, even though I was done early. I just sat there, kept checking my answers, blah blah blah. And the reason I did that was because I really wanted good grades, because my scholarship was on the line, right? Like I needed to maintain that that A+ record to get the scholarship for the next year and the next year. And then for my master's, I needed a scholarship again, right? I needed to qualify for the big scholarship. It was like $35,000 to $40,000 to be able to do my master's. So I would always like make sure I was doing my shit right. And he said to me, he's like, Sean, in all the years I've been teaching you, I am so certain that you have spent more times in my exam rooms than my classes. I just laughed out so loud because I was the only one sitting there and everyone was gone, and I'm like, I'm gonna milk this for all it's worth, because hey, why not, right? Yeah, but yeah, I never showed up to class because they couldn't teach. But wow, we didn't talk about any TA. But who cares? This is Mango, guys. This is Mango. Going back to the comments. Krisha can tell you guys stories about the legend of Sean Dexter in university. She was I think 2 years she was 2 years under me, right? So a lot of stories of my shenanigans that passed down through the years. Jason Mathis is in here. Hey, how's it going, Jason? He says, hey Nigel, doing great, brother. How are you? He says, great, close to done with the program. Wow, nice, good job, man, good job, grinding through it, eh? AJ Small says, Sean, wait, you didn't like all the PowerPoints and the inability to watch Professor at 2x speed? Can you believe it? Can you believe it, man? I wasn't willing to be a drone and just show up to class even though they were wasting our freaking time. Thought the problem was on my side. No, man, it's if you're talking about teaching, it's not on your side. A lot of seedlings actually have told me that they've hated studying until they started the C program. They realized that damn, studying doesn't need to be as boring as I thought, and it's actually inspired a lot of seedlings to actually start taking self-education into their own hands, because the education system is going to make you think that you hate studying. Krusha was one of those people. Krusha was one of those people. She thought she was a bad academic, a bad student, and I kept telling her, no, you're not. You may be a bad academic because of the academic system, but you're not a bad student, right? We are all students, by the way. We are all students of life. You cannot call yourself a bad student because it's just bad teachers who push you away from that. So yeah, don't let any particular teacher push you away from a subject matter. Go dive into it yourself first. Garima says, haha, in India the rule is to have some percentage of attendance in all subjects, or you can't sit in the exams. My college had 75% compulsory. We had that in our university in Canada too, to be honest, but the profs didn't enforce it, and they really could not enforce it on me because my grades were fantastic. My attendance was poor, but my grades were fantastic, and I was also always very respectable. You know, I wasn't I gave them the respect they deserved. I would attend their office hours, right? I'd go and ask them questions during their office hours. They knew me. Even though I wasn't showing up to class, I was around them all the time through some way or the other. So I got away with it. By the time I reached my master's, all the profs knew me. So getting a prof to even take me in as a master's student was also really easy. Even though I never showed up to class. So I wasn't one of those students. Sean, if I memorize your entire course in 72 hours, can I get a refund? No, you'll just get kicked out of the C program for being arrogant. Not the C program, from the group, for being arrogant about your intelligence and your ability to memorize, blah, blah, blah. That's what's going to happen. Oh. Sorry to be harsh, man, but like I said, when it comes to that kind of behavior, we stomp on arrogance. Hey Krisha, Julian says, Marcus, how's it going? Morky, how's it? I called you Morky. There you go, Morky. There you go, that's your nickname now, Morky. We haven't even spoken about TA at all today, man. Why should we? Everything's going according to plan. Let's switch to the charts though. Let's switch to the charts. And today we've just been I've not been organized at all. Why are we looking at the chart? The chart is important, by the way. You guys should be looking at the chart every single day, but most of you guys aren't concerned with the chart. I am looking at Cardano for most of today. Cardano looking fantastic. Where do we start? Ooh, let me switch the song out. I don't like this. I don't like this tune. All right, so we've been waiting for this Cardano breakout for weeks, right? Similar to how Ethereum, it was the same plan for Ethereum. Ethereum was doing something similar on its ETH-USD pairing right over here. Let's switch to Ethereum if TradingView allows me to. Okay, so all the way down here, right over here, we were looking at Ethereum while everybody was not, right? Everybody stopped. We started looking at Ethereum at the right time. When was the right time? When the BTC chart, right, started grinding against this level over here. So I'm going through it fast because I've gone through this multiple times already. But essentially, when Ethereum started grinding on the weekly pairing, on the weekly chart around here, that's when we started getting really interested in Ethereum again, right? We got out of most of our position over here. So we rode, I mean, we didn't have to ride, we rode BTC through this entire pairing, during this entire time. And we loaded up on that much more of a position during here. Okay, now similar with Cardano, same story. BTC, right, broke down over here and then started grinding, and we started really getting aggressive over here. Same story. When you look at the ETH-USD chart on the weekly again, it was this bull flag that we were looking at, and we got the move. right? And it's still freaking going. Everyone's FOMOing in now into the trade, which is fine, right? Which is fine. A trend is a trend. Now, similarly, Cardano USD has a bull flag that has just broken. Now the question is, we don't know. Remember, we don't know that it's going to do it for sure. We don't know. But we'll trade for that possibility, and if it happens, it happens, right? We always trade for the big moves, and when we get it, we're happy. If it doesn't go our way and it breaks down, we just get out. We'll take the loss and get out. That's the gist of what we're trading over here, guys. It's really simple. It's mango. It's stress-free. And when the win does come, it's a big enough win to cover 6 months, 1 year, maybe even multiple years of expenses, man. These are the kind of trades Mango enjoys. It's kind of emotionally hard to do because you got to be patient, but crypto, man. Crypto allows for these huge wins. Like, you can trust in the overall macro crypto bull market to carry you, right? And that's what trend trading always is about. Going back to the chat to see if there are any questions on this. AJ Small says, Krisha, by the way, you are a great teacher as well. It's not just the voice, lol, but the enthusiasm and the flow when you talk through your TA. Yeah, Krisha is really structured, right? When she goes through her TA, far more structured and organized than I could ever be. And that's really beneficial for a lot of people. It's beneficial for me too. So, Jesus, Krisha needs to like really give herself more credit when it comes to teaching. She doesn't. IJ says, Krisha, a massive thank you for posting so many videos in the last few days. Yeah, she's been working hard, man. She's developed I don't say bond, but like she feels responsible now for you guys to be able to give you guys the analysis you want. So that's how we turn into family, all of us. Wolvie, how's it going? Wolvie, good to see you in here, buddy. Good morning to you. How's it going with the new kid? Old man says, bravo. Any morning, my man. Sean, if I remember, did you say that again? Or I just scrolled up. Okay, yeah. That's why I call Sean Guruji. He knows how to teach, but also practice what he preaches. Keeps it very practical in the seed program. Yeah, I mean, a lot of what I say over here is to basically even brainwash myself into acting on it, right? Otherwise, I'm just going to feel there's going to be a massive dissonance in what I do and what I'm saying. I hold myself accountable by coming in over here and saying, I'm going to take the loss and just get out of the trade. And you guys need to understand that I don't win every trade. A lot of people just focus on the winning trades, but we take losses all the time, man. We took a loss on 2 Bitcoin trades recently. I didn't take a loss on one really, but there was opportunity cost, right? On one, like, you have to, not every trade is going to work out, and if you marry the trade, you're going to miss out on other opportunities like Cardano, like Ethereum, like Uni recently. There was a great trade on Uni. We can go take a look at that quickly. If I can find my chart, I'm all over the place today. Oh, it's still going. Nice. Yeah, so right over here, right? It grinded on this major support that we've been eyeing for a long time, right? Ever since it broke out, this was a weekly zone. Came grinded on it and put in a nice ascending triangle against it. You guys can see it right over here. Right? It's not pretty, of course, but structure is what matters. Broke above the mango dynamic, closed above it, retested, and boom, right? Kept going. This was, you could also look at this as a falling channel that broke up, but what I'm looking at it as a bigger formation where we tested the bottom of this channel, bounced off it, and now we're shooting towards the top of the channel over there. And it says, I'll say it again, it was a joke. I know, man. I was just being harsh on you for fun, and also to kind of like just prove a point to anybody else who if they're considering joining the C program. It's really important to us when it comes to arrogance and any sort of thing. We just want to squash that because it makes other people feel bad, right? I never took anything for free. Probably it's on my own for not saying it's making clear it's a joke. No, it's not on you. It's not on you. It's on me. It's on me. I should have known that you were saying it lightheartedly. It's not on you, man. It's on me. So I apologize instead. Lindica Zondo says, good morning, Mango family. Good morning right back at you, Lindica. Good morning right back at you. Aaron Man says, good morning, Sean. Good morning right back at you, Aaron. Good to see all of you in here. So Cardano, when will it be in price discovery? Around $1.85? Yeah, let's go back to Cardano, man. I would say around once it smashes. Okay, so there are two levels in the mid time frames that we can keep an eye on. So essentially, Mara USD, you can look at the highs right over here at $1.83. If it does break above this, so I'm just getting a little distracted because holy shit, uni is still going, man. That's really good. So yeah, going back to Cardano over here, there are two things that we want to look at. Okay, ADA breaking its USDT high, right? These highs over here, $1.83. Krisha has mentioned it too on her daily videos, so go ahead and watch her daily videos if you haven't yet. She does have targets, more precise targets than I have overhead as well. I think she's looking at I'm not sure if she has a target in the interim over here, but I'm looking at this level as a key level in terms of a high to take out. If we start closing candle close above it, that'd be great. But for now, let's just focus on these highs over here. These highs are going to be really important. And then on the ADA BTC pairing, we have the same structure over here. This high at around 3,189. Both of these highs being taken out is likely going to lead to people coming in onto the trade and looking for the moves to the upside. So that's just a get ready. It's not like, okay, once we see that, we're definitely going to have a move towards the upside. If, however, we start closing 4-hour candles above that level, you guys can see the structure over here on the 4-hour, right? These highs over here are clearly important. We've not come and touched it just yet. We're coming and smacking up against it closely, but we've not really touched it yet. Once we do, that's when the pressure will be on, right? Pressure against the resistance. And then, once we start closing 4-hour candles, I'd be looking for a big move. Cardano is not really in price discovery against the Bitcoin pairing. I mean, Cardano is not really in price discovery in my mind because it still has resistance on the Bitcoin pairing, and these resistance levels have been seeing playthrough, right? That's how we got our major resistance level over here too. When we sold Cardano, sold our position out when we got in it all the way from 22 cents, built up. We sold over here, right? And then we got back. We managed to time the top by complete fluke again because of the Bitcoin pairing. Again, I think that we will see some resistance on the Bitcoin pairing somewhere around this region, but that is a big move nonetheless, guys. That's a move from, let's say, from the resistance level, support level. It's a 30% move from here. Where am I getting that from? That's coming from the weekly level right over here at around 3,833, as well as the weekly breakdown in the bear market. So we shot up in the bull market, came all the way down, shot up one more, put in a lower high, and then the breakdown, right? So that's going to be a key level to break. If we break this zone over here at around 3,600, 3,800, then I'll be looking for, well, we're likely going to see some resistance over here, right? But eventually I'll be looking for a move all the way over here to 6,000 Satoshi. Yeah, 6,000. So yeah, that's a big move to come for Cardano if we see everything play through. But that's also relying on Bitcoin not doing anything funny in the meanwhile, right? And we have to keep an eye on Bitcoin. We have to keep an eye on Bitcoin because I think one of two things is going to happen. We're likely going to have either one more leg on all coins where they all see a nice move again, or we're going to see half a leg, right? Where we see all coins really start moving, and then suddenly Bitcoin starts moving and it stops the party. So one of those two things, just play for both those situations. And if you play for both those situations, it'll cover you in other situations as well, right? You'll have the plan ready to execute on. Robert James says, hey Sean, take a look at Ave Lend. I entered at 4.2. I have been looking at Lend every day, man. I started looking at it, and I did get a position myself a few days ago. I'll go ahead and show you where I got in. I was looking at the Bitcoin pairing though, so I had a very similar structure to what I like. But it's good to know that we're looking at the same coins. So you got in over, okay, yeah, see, it's this was the easy trade right over here. So we broke up, came down, retested it on the weekly time frame, and we're seeing follow through. Yeah, this is looking really good. If we close a weekly candle right over here at around 487, I'll be looking for 485ish, right? I'll be looking for follow through, resistance at around $589 to $600 again, and then continuation. It looks like all the coins that were moving together last time are now moving again right together. So it was Cardano. So it started with Ethereum, right? Then Ethereum came down, then Cardano started running, Lend started running. What else was running? I'm forgetting. But you can essentially just go through a list of those coins, and there'll be some good trade opportunities. Wi-Fi was one of them too, right? Wi-Fi was running around the same time. I believe. No, it wasn't Wi-Fi. Never mind. Wi-Fi is running now though. Wi-Fi is running now. So wait, what do I want to look at now? Yeah, Ave BTC. Yeah, so this is where I started really enjoying or liking Ave, right? I was waiting for it to break this level, right? But when it did break that level, that wasn't really key for me. What I was looking for was for it to come and retest this zone over here. And when it did do that, that's when I started entering. I didn't get the exact retest, but I did start entering somewhere around here. So I'm just playing the money flow right now, because it's really hard to pick which asset will run. In my mind, they're all going to run, right? And you're not really going to be able to time them. So it's... Maker was running. Okay, good to know. IJ says, hit the like, please. Yes, guys, hit the like. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell icon thingy. How many of you are here, by the way? There's 150 of you over here, and there's only 50 likes. Holy! So there's at least 100 of you who don't like the video. So at least hit the dislike button. Do something. I'm looking, speaking of Lend, I'm looking for it to get all the way back to somewhere around here. We do have resistance over here too. But I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. Resistance over here too as 0.01, but I'll be looking for a bigger move all the way to around 0.013. IJ says, Sean, maybe if you can shed some quick light on how to analyze or read on-chain data, especially for Bitcoin. There's no way I can do that quickly or give you a light analysis on that. You need to understand on-chain metrics, and many of you guys don't. I can start doing that on a daily basis and teach you guys over time, but I don't know whether people are really interested in any of that. Most people don't care about Bitcoin, man. That's That's the issue. Because this ends up being a... What leverage should I use as a beginner trader? And that's the wrong question. That's the wrong question to be even asking as a beginner trader, Nathan. The leverage, don't use leverage at all is what I'll tell you. Over here at Mango, we do use leverage to protect ourselves, right? The number that you know when you see that slider and says 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, you're going to see people saying 20x, and that's ridiculous. By the way, don't even touch that. You know, that number alone is completely irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. And someone saying, oh man, I 10x leveraged a position and I'm up so and so, like it means nothing. It means nothing. And it's it just points to how much they don't know. So when you hear a trader talk about that, when he talks about he 5x the position, 5x leveraged a trade, or 10x leveraged a trade, just quickly know that that's a red flag, and he likely doesn't know what he's talking about. As for what leverage you should be using in the crypto space, you're going to hear a lot of people pushing you towards things like 20x and 10x, and because you're seeing other people doing it, you're gonna want to do it. You're gonna want to slide your slider to that. But understand that if you're 20x leveraging, right, based on, I don't even advise using that slider. I use cross margin. I think that's the safest way to trade. Gives you more control, etc., etc. But if you insist on using isolated margin, understand that if you're 20x leveraging, a 5% move is gonna wipe you out. Okay, 5% move against your position, which can happen in a blink of an eye. You leave your desk to go use the washroom, and you come back, boom, what happened? He's ignoring our one question. What was your question? Oh, you mean one? How many one? I talked about one just a bit ago, right? I think I did. It's on my list, man. Yeah, I talked about one. I talked about how we got into the trade, we got out of the trade, etc. How it was opportunity costs. What was your question one, anyways? This is what I'm looking at for one, by the way. When do I think one will run? I don't know when something's gonna run. We don't try to time those kind of things, man. It's going sideways for now. I do know that it's going to be a little bit more interesting once it gets, you see my target over here, my alert. Once it starts getting back above that level, that's when it starts getting extremely interesting. But the time to really get a long-term position in one, if you guys really believe in one, right, was here when it had that massive drawdown. Because you guys should go and watch the older videos. I did like 2 or 3 videos on one, right? We were looking for further upside as long as it broke this box towards the upside. This box here, I was looking for it to break towards the upside and have continuation. Unfortunately, it did not do that. It broke towards the downside. So it was looking weak, right? You could see it. Right? Putting lower highs. And then it broke towards the downside. And then the major key level, the zone that we had, was this zone right here. Came down, bounced right off it, and I had a nice push towards the upside. But I still want to see more from here. I'm not looking for a long-term position on one, right? But if I was looking for a long-term position, this would be it. On this zone. You don't need to get the wick. Be this, and then I'd wait, kind of like Cardano. We waited. With one, I don't want to wait. I want to be able to get in over here for a quick move towards the upside. If I get in, I'm not sure, that there might be some better opportunity. I'm 22 years old. I barely recently started saving, opened a Acorns account, put in $20 daily in there, putting 20% into crypto a month. I now a portfolio. Oh, I think you mean I now have a portfolio on Coinbase of $520. Is this a good strategy? Firstly, we don't do financial advice over here, so be very careful of anybody else giving you financial advice on this sort of thing. Nothing I say is financial advice. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a complete idiot. Do not listen to me. But hey, in the meantime, please go ahead and hit the like button. There's only 93 likes. Try to get that up to at least 100. But I will say a couple of things on what you're doing. On the idea, okay, on the overall, the bigger mindset, or rather the overarching mindset of you saving, right? That's really good. You having this idea of wanting to just dollar cost average into a savings account, whatever that savings account may end up being, okay? Whether you think that savings account is the S&P, or you think that savings account is some crypto asset, or whether you think the saving account is particularly Bitcoin, okay? You having this mindset of, you know what, I'm going to just keep investing, and this is what's really important to understand about our culture, our society right now, the financial system that we've been forced into. To even save, we have to invest, right? To save, we have to invest, because savers are being punished by the inflation of the monetary supply, right? Because your dollar value is actually getting eaten into, or rather your buying power of your dollar is getting eaten into. So you're pushed into investing into assets, and treat those assets as savings account. Because essentially, if you haven't increased your wealth by at least 20% over the last year, you have essentially lost money. You have lost buying power. So what you're doing is good. Now you have to decide, okay? What you have to decide is, where do you deploy that dollar value that you're earning, right? That the Fed is just eating into by printing more money. Where do you deploy that? What is your preferred savings account, which needs to be an investment, right? Essentially, every savings account, whether it be the dollar, whether it be a gold, whether it be Bitcoin, has risk, right? Even you choosing to keep something in a dollar as dollars has risk associated to it, whether it be opportunity risk, inflation risk, etc. So what I can say is that your strategy of just dollar cost averaging in the long term is really good for you, and I hope other people listen to this too, because you do want to start. The earlier you start, the faster it will compound. Okay, the earlier you start, the faster you compound. Just go ahead and backtest your strategy on any asset that you could have done this on, that was, you know, accessible to you as a 22-year-old for the past like 5 years, and you'd see that, damn, if I start at 17, it's so much better than me starting at 30, and it can compound more than you think. Okay, my thoughts now. This is not financial advice. The best store of value savings account in the world right now is Bitcoin. Everything else has massive opportunity and could outperform Bitcoin by all means, but those are speculations and have more risk to them. They have more experimentation to them. There's a lot unknown, blah blah blah. Bitcoin to me is a finished product. Jason Mathis says, what music station are you listening to, Sean? Nice background. It's on Spotify, man. It's a playlist on Spotify. I can share it with you right after. Just PM me. I'll share it on the Mango Seed chat. XRP. All right, let's go. IJ says, request coming in for XRP. XRP is not doing what we've been looking for it to do. I've been saying this over and over again for the longest while. Looking for the Poloniex chart. Yeah, so as long as XRP is ranging, between $2.86. It's stuck in a range on the high time frames, and we essentially you can draw a midpoint on this, which would be somewhere around here, right? $1.25, $1.30, right? So somewhere around here is a midpoint, and if it breaks underneath this midpoint at $1.28, I'd be looking for further downside to around 88 cents. But we already got that, right? That was the big buy opportunity. That was the time you wanted to start accumulating a position. Now, the question is, does it start consolidating like this over the next few weeks? It's not done that just yet. It's already had its consolidation and its upthrust. Now it's consolidating on the weekly time frame. It's going to take some time, or it could have an impulsive move and just break from here. Right, because you could look at this as a bull flag. This consolidation over here is a bull flag, and I'll be interested in this trade if it does break around $2, because in that case I'll be looking for a move all the way around to $3.30. So right now it's stuck in the middle of the range, so and closer towards resistance as opposed to being closer towards support. I'd be more interested in being a buyer somewhere around $1.27 or maybe even 88 cents if we get that again. AJ Smalls has a good point. Please be careful when using crypto as a savings account if you need money in the short term. A savings account should never ever be money, no matter what you're using as your investment, as your device to save. It should never be something that you need in the short term, right? You keep something, have a stash that is your emergency fund, and then have a stash that is your savings fund. Never mix the two, right? You can dip into your savings fund if you ever need to, but it should never be relied on doing well, especially in the current environment that we're living in. Mock says, yes, finally he grants us the beloved playlist. This is a different playlist. It's not the weekend playlist. Wish I'm good at trading. I am a big believer on the Cardano project, though. So I bought oh, I think what you're saying is you wished that you were good at trading, because then you would have done that. But since you are a big believer in Cardano, you are instead just buying and hodling, right? That's what you're saying. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so at Mango we focus more on trading because it protects ourselves from risk, right? That's our approach, regardless of our belief in a project, whether it even be Bitcoin, right? Doesn't matter. We use TA to protect ourselves. Hey Sean, look at what Matic is doing. It was bound to go crazy, man. It was pretty obvious from the chart. I was looking at it last week. I just wasn't interested in it because of the order book. Yeah, it looked good. I've been talking about Matic during this period over here. Matic, man, getting into Matic over here and just holding through this entire period would have been great, eh? You can look at the low. So now, when you have something like this, right, what do you have over here? You have impulsive move, consolidation, impulsive move. Now you can't look at the high time frames over here. You have to look at the low time frames to see whether you're going to see more continuation. And yeah, so it just broke out over here. Right, that was your second breakout. Your first breakout was here. Dipped in deep, actually. Damn. I had a nice little fake out over here, eh? This was a nice fake out. It was really pretty ugly. Just want to see continuation. But I'm not interested in trading Matic. Not interested at all. By the way, guys, if you guys are interested in an asset and I'm not interested in an asset, don't let that be a bearish signal and deter you from, doing your own analysis and finding opportunity in it if you want to. It's just that something I'm not personally interested in does not make an asset inherently bad for you. We all have different financial portfolios, different situations that we need to all take into consideration for our own unique situation. So there are advantages that you guys have that I may not have, and vice versa. Wolvie says Scop 90x. We have strategies at Mango that will require you to look at the chart only once a week if you want to. Hodling is basically not look at the charts at all strategy. Yeah, exactly. Well said, Wolvie. So when I go on vacation, for example, I dip into the Mango way at an extreme level, right? Because I don't want to be looking at the charts all day and looking for opportunity and over trading, etc. I don't say over trading. I want to be able to spend more time enjoying my vacation, spending it with Krisha, enjoying the beach, eating the foods I love, drinking, etc. So it's not that I stopped trading. You guys know that we caught one of our biggest wins on Bitcoin and Ethereum, right, during the vacation, during Christmas, right? I came on, I did a quick beach update for you guys too, but we were trading it only on the weekly and the 4-day time frame. Like, go watch that video, guys. You guys will see how you can trade and get some massive wins like that. But the idea, the methodology that we've developed at the Mango program is essentially, hey, you can wake up in the morning, look at the charts for just a couple of hours, make your decision, and then come back the next week or come back only 4 days later before you look at it again, and you'll be safe. You won't have to worry about what happens in the interim at all, right? And that was a mind-blowing moment in the risk management module for a lot of the seedlings. They're like, holy shit. And it's life-changing. It changed my life. It changed my life. It changed Krisha's life. And it changed a lot of people's lives. You just got to employ it. It's a discipline to employ it, right? If you break that system and stop doing your work, stop your vacation and look at the charts and obsess over it anyways, well, you're not following the system. You're breaking your own system handed to you. Exactly, just want to dollar cost average and look at gains in 5 years. Be careful with that too, man. Be careful with that. Don't have a time element to your risk management. There should be a time element, yes, but don't make it the only thing. What if you DCA for 5 years through a freaking massive bear market? Like, what if these birds are so cute? What if the USA goes through a massive bear market and you're DCing into the S&P for 5 years? That'd be horrible, right? So you need to understand. This is why we say risk first always. Okay, once you understand the risk, you'll hear a lot of financial people say risk manage, understand the risk. But why are they really saying that? Is because once you really understand the risk, you start being aware of what could possibly go wrong to eat into your buying power in the long term. Because really, that's all that matters, right? Your ability to be able to buy a roof on top of your head, put food on your plate for your loved ones, etc., right? Once you understand the risks, or like one risk I can put forward to you guys is that, for the past 20-30 years now, we've only seen a bull market in traditional markets. That's all we've seen: up. What if that stops? People say, oh, that markets will always go up. You're going to find books that literally are entirely based on just dollar cost averaging into the ETF, and they'll backtest it for like around 20 years, and they'll say that, see, it's worked fabulously. And yes, it's worked fabulously in an environment where interest rates are in a perpetual bear market, or you could say bonds are perpetually just getting sold into. When interest rates are low for 30 years, what's going to happen? Right? You're going to get your equities being in a perpetual bull market. But what if that stops? Right? That's why you keep an eye on this, and you know that, hey, this may stop if I see the right signs. Then you understand the risk and you can change your strategy. You can't just say I'm going to stick to a strategy for 5 years no matter what. No, you need to be like, if this happens, then I need to switch strategies, right? You don't want to be overthinking things either, but you need to have these conditions. If this, then that. The mango way, the easy way, the stress-free way. So essentially what I'm trying to say is the perpetual bull market may stop or may keep going. If it keeps going and we see the signs of it constantly going, we'll ride it, and we'll keep doing that too. But if it doesn't, we need to be ready. So be careful. Reef, yeah, Reef had a nice move yesterday. The dashboard called it. Oh, by the way, we have a new feature coming up on the dashboard very soon that will be interesting. It was a nice volume break, right? But it didn't see the daily. Yeah. Finally, though, it did break out of the range. Finally, so I'm still not interested. I'll wait for tomorrow's candle. I want to see this candle close above this zone over here. May come down, retest somewhere around here for buy. So if you guys want to get aggressive on this one, this might be a level to look for a buy. But if it closes underneath here tomorrow, it's essentially, hey, I gotta get out of this one. It's a fake. I wouldn't say fake out, but there's no follow through, right? Because there's volume here, but I don't even know how much volume in general is there on this asset. It's relative, right? Is this a news event driven move? I don't know. Tomorrow we'll have clarity. Jason Mathis says, would you mind taking a peek at Litecoin? Yeah, let's go take a look at that. Let me see USD. Not bad. This was the major zone we were looking for it to break. Broke up, continuation, broke its highs. Let's look at on Polar X. This is looking good, man. This was really good. This was a really good weekly candle close. Holy this is looking really good. Disclaimer though, I'd be really careful listening to anything I say on Litecoin. I've never made money on Litecoin, but this is looking really good. This is fantastic actually. Damn, good spot. Really good weekly candle close on this one. On this Bitcoin pairing, I want to see a little bit more. So when I say I've not made money on Litecoin, I'm really referring to me making Bitcoin on Litecoin, right? And I've never managed to like do that. I've just either had opportunity cost or I've taken a loss on the asset, on the trade, on this asset particularly. Okay, let's go back to the chat. When the 10-year bond rate and the inflation rises, what does that do to the price of BTC? So when the yields go up, let me pull up the chart. So you're saying essentially when the 10-year or the 30-year, so basically the long-term rates go up, right? When yields go up, what does that do? What does it do for the price of Bitcoin or any other equities, for example? Essentially, in the midterm at the very least, okay, for Bitcoin, let's talk about the midterm for both Bitcoin and equities. The trade becomes less interesting, becomes less favorable, because understand this, it all boils when you're looking at the overall macro market, okay, and the big traders, okay, the traders who are always playing risk first. You always ask the question, where do I need to deploy my risk to get the returns I want? Okay, where do I need to deploy my risk? If I'm seeing, okay, so by the way, the US government bonds are considered to be the risk-free rate, right? Where they are the least riskiest asset in the world right now, okay? Now you can argue that, for that, against that, but for the purpose of this discussion, they are considered to be the risk-free rate. So then you need to ask yourself, okay, wait a minute, if I am getting 2%, okay, risk-free on the bonds, why should I go and deploy so much risk? Like, let's say you have this much risk allocated towards equities and bonds. Like, I don't need to allocate so much risk anymore to equities and bonds to get my risk adjusted return, right? Instead, I need to allocate only this much risk to get my risk adjusted return overall, because now I can go ahead and take out some of this allocation and put it into the bond market because I'm getting 2% now, right? So damn, you know, whatever, I'm going to take this out and I'm going to put it into the bond market. So what does that happen? What does that cause in the Bitcoin market and the equity markets? It causes a sell-off because people are essentially taking risk out. They're selling their Bitcoin, selling their equities, and allocating it into a risk-free asset where they can get that 2% that they want, right? Because remember, the position sizing matters too. They'll take out that much position sizing from Bitcoin to be able to go and get that same 2% on the bond market. And the bond market is huge. You guys might be thinking 2%, that's nothing. No guys, when you're putting when you're putting freaking billions of dollars into the bond market, right? When you can put that kind of size on, you can't put hundreds of billions of dollars into Bitcoin markets without moving the price. You can do that in the bond market. It's a huge market. So they'll go ahead and put that much more of position size into the bond market, and they'll take it out from the equities and the Bitcoin market because they're getting the 2% there. Now, as these yields start rising and they go higher and higher and higher and higher, they'll take out that much more from the equities and the Bitcoin market. Why? Because they're like, why should I risk my money in Bitcoin or equities when I can get a risk-free return from the bonds, right? It's all about risk-free returns. Reduce risk, get the same amount of returns. That's all. It comes down to that simple concept. I can keep my risk low and get the same returns. Why would I bother with Bitcoin? Now, the opposite happens when these yields go down. The more the yields go down, right, the more incentivized people are to take more risk. It's the opposite. They'll take more risk, and you'll find people saying, hey, I'm looking to start a savings account by buying equities. So it's because yields are like so low, even though they've had such a big push up, right, recently, over the past like half a year. This is nothing, guys. 1.6 is nothing. Historically, this is still low. Alright guys, I'm going to be wrapping up the stream here. We've already crossed the 1 hour mark. I want to keep these streams a little bit shorter to keep me from being less exhausted. Meanwhile, uni pumping and pumping well. What's uni USDT doing? Nice, really nice. Bull flagged against resistance, and yeah, there's a huge measured move on this one. $46 target probably. We need 40 more likes. Yes, we do, Agnostic, we do. Let's get that like to viewer ratio at a 1-to-1. That'd be nice. Jason Mathis says, have a great day, brother. Nice to hang with you. I need to hit the hay. It's 2 a.m. here. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for joining. You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Sleep well. Will we, Krisha, we have a 2-day, 3-day, and 4-day close. End of today, if we close those below 55k, I think we may get a leg down there. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. I don't know whether that's happening though, man. Let's look at the weekly, and you guys are gonna see how well the weekly has been. The weekly has been pretty good for the past 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, grinding but holding those candle closes higher and higher and higher each time in terms of the candle close to open each week, right? We're sliding upwards, closing above the op line too. A couple of things I'm looking for though. This is still going to take, I think, a few days. What I mean by few days, I mean like maybe a week more, 2 weeks, I don't know, but maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. Remember, we're looking for the same setup now. The big bullish cross and price living above this region. So we want price living above around 59,000 and the bullish TK cross. Once we get that, right, I'm gonna be de-risking out of all coins, reducing risk at the very least. Old man says, thanks again, Sean. Another one in the bag. Another one in the bag. You mean a stream? Yeah. Got another one out. AG Smalls says, thanks for the stream. Hey, man, you guys are really, really welcome. Thank you for joining us in today's live stream. See you guys tomorrow, all of you. Rune doing well. Nice Rune. Resistance over here, but if it does crack this, it's gonna be nice. Hey, you're very welcome, IJ. Thank you so much, old man. Thank you so much, IJ. Thank you so much, Mark, for moderating the stream and helping me out. And thank you so much, Krisha. Wolvie's in here too, so thank you, Wolvie, too. We have got a lot of moderators in here today. Oladel Alabi says Bitcoin is in a downtrend. Depending on the time frame you're looking at, it's consolidating to me, going sideways. Oh, somebody in the Grove mentioned UOB token yesterday, and it did look good. And yeah, seems like it wants to have continuation. By the way, join the Grove, guys, themangoway.com/discord, and you guys will get access to the Mango Grove. Yeah, IJ linked it. Thank you so much, IJ. You're welcome, Charlie. Thank you for joining us, and you're welcome, Julian. Thank you, both of you, and Nigel as well. Yep, I'll see you guys in the Grove. I'll see you guys in the Seed. Until then, do the Mango way, do the stress-free way, do the easy way, do the breezy way. Ciao.